on the youth of today, I would say that the place to be this week for the young is here. They want to come and see the glamour. They want to come and see the aura, and also they want to come and see Her Majesty. Everyone wants to see your reigning monarch, and I think it brings a certain excitement to them that they probably don't get anywhere else. They of course they do other sports and other things, but to come here and soak up this atmosphere is something that they won't experience very often, and I think it's a lasting memory. When they walk away from here, they'll have this lasting memory of the colour, the splendour, the tradition, and also the racing.
I always have an awful amount of respect for the royal family, because we can't forget that the Duke of Edinburgh is in his 90s. Her Majesty the Queen celebrated her birthday recently, but yet Royal Ascot, year in, year out, they are here, and they are giving the public a wonderful moment before racing starts. The national anthem will play shortly, and just to reiterate, in carriage 1 we have Her Majesty the Queen alongside the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Harry and the Duke of York. In the second carriage we have the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall, Princess Beatrice of York, Princess Eugenie of York, and in carriage 3 there's about 2 carriage lengths separating the second carriage and the third carriage. They aren't racing though, not yet anyway. 2:30 the first race with us. The Duke of Gloucester, the Duchess of Gloucester, Prince Michael of Kent, Princess Michael of Kent in the third carriage. There is a look at the first carriage, and against the whispers on track, Her Majesty the Queen wearing a light blue number. A light blue hat today for Her Majesty the Queen. The gamble on yellow was not landed. The national anthem playing here at Royal Ascot 2014. So it won't be too long now as the carriages make their way under the tunnel, which will lead the horses and the royal procession into the paddock before Her Majesty the Queen arrives here in the Royal Ascot parade ring, which is baked in sunshine. It is the most glorious of days here for the opening day of Royal Ascot 2014, and the colours, the sights, the sounds that we're experiencing here are very, very special for the first time on Racing UK. And there's a real sense of excitement, not only about a fabulous day's racing that we're looking forward to, but for the arrival of Her Majesty the Queen for the opening day of Royal Ascot, followed closely, as always, by her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, and in carriage 1, Prince Harry, alongside the Duke of York. The second carriage, the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall, alongside Princess Beatrice of York and Princess Eugenie of York. And in the third carriage, as Her Majesty the Queen makes her way towards the parade ring at Ascot, we have the Duke of Gloucester, the Duchess of Gloucester, Prince Michael of Kent, Princess Michael of Kent. And in the fourth and final carriage, Viscount Linley, Viscountess Linley, the Viscount Ullswater and the Viscountess Ullswater. I can see Johnny Murtagh trying to get a good spot of the Queen. He's standing on the rail, he's gripped to the rail, he doesn't want to miss this. And Johnny Murtagh, a man who no doubt has met the Queen on a number of occasions throughout his career as a rider, winning countless races at Royal Ascot. The moment isn't lost on anyone here at Ascot. Everyone wants to be involved in what is a very traditional but a wonderful moment. And Her Majesty the Queen, in the first carriage of today's royal procession, arrives in the paddock, and you can hear the cheer as she arrives. Her Majesty the Queen will do a lap of the parade ring before getting out and making her way up to the royal box, where she will sit and enjoy the splendid afternoon of racing that we're looking forward to. And year on year, Her Majesty the Queen doesn't miss Royal Ascot. As we know, and as we've mentioned, a huge passion and love affair with horse racing, and this is the week that she looks forward to the most. Royal Ascot 2014, and she'll be hoping, as the 3 cheers ring out here at Ascot, that estimate can give her another wonderful Royal Ascot memory and add to the 20 or so winners that she's already tasted throughout her lifetime as an owner here at Royal Ascot. Won't be long before the racing gets underway and the runners make their way into the paddock, but just a few minutes more and then Her Majesty the Queen will make her way up into the royal box. The cheers ring out, continue to ring. Everyone clapping, the photos, the cameras, you name it, they want a piece of the action. And a huge cheer as Her Majesty the Queen arrives now at Royal Ascot, and it marks the start of our first Royal Ascot live with us on Racing UK. And now the excitement is really building up, the atmosphere hotting up. And the weather is perfect. Her Majesty the Queen making her way past our position here at Royal Ascot in position A, and the horses that are involved in the carriage look absolutely fantastic. I'm always amazed at how relaxed they are able to remain, and a couple of them just getting a little bit jig-joggy as the noise and the atmosphere lifts up, but they're beautiful horses that are involved in the royal procession, and they are wonderfully managed, wonderfully looked after, and wonderfully well behaved. The Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, has arrived at Royal Ascot, and very soon, ladies and gentlemen, Royal Ascot 2014 will be underway.
Royal Ascot burst into life with a fanfare. 3 Group 1s and a Group 2 highlight the opening day, with the St James's Palace Stakes first run in 1834 bringing together the cream of the world's 3-year-old milers. Take an admiring trawl through previous winners and you'll come across superstars like Brigadier Gerard, Chief Singer, Giant's Causeway, Rock of Gibraltar, and the mightiest of them all, the brilliant Frankel, who wrote his name into the record books in 2011. 12 months later, Frankel won the Queen Anne Stakes, today's traditional curtain raiser, by an imperious 11 lengths. Speed will be at a premium in today's other Group 1 feature, the King's Stand Stakes. Blink and you'll miss it. This top-notch dash over the Flying Five annually brings together speed machines from all over the globe. Last year, victory went to Irish challenger Soul Power. The previous year it was Hong Kong Raider Little Bridge. And the last decade has also seen one French-trained winner in Chineur and no less than 3 from Australia in Scenic Blast, Miss Andretti and Takeover Target. The King's Stand is a race with a truly international flavour.